Good morning, everyone. I have my Laura Whitaker's Sketches Reimagined video today, and this month, for the entire month of March, we are collaborating with Christy's Beautiful Life and her 30 days of sketches. So because of that, my video will be up earlier, and there will be a link below to lots and lots and lots of amazing takes on this week's sketch, and that will be for the entire month of March. So I'm going to start my layout here by, I want to foil and die cut these circles. So you saw our layout that we're working with. There's that big circle in the upper left-hand corner. I decided I really didn't want to do an upper left-hand corner, just one big circle. I want to do two. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere some of this beautiful fab foil from Spiegel Mom Scraps onto some white cardstock. Again, this foil is super easy to use. I'm just going to actually do this one with my fingers, not anything else, and it still turned out beautiful and perfect. So I'm just lining up the edge of the foil with the edge of the paper, and then just running my hand down over the foil. That will eliminate any bumps or any bubbles from occurring. And once that's there, then I can simply die cut my circle. I'm going to do this twice and die cut two circles. Metal die that I'm using is from Close to My Heart. It's actually intended to make like a shaker pocket, but it works fabulously to just create these little stitched rings. So next up, I'm going to grab the new Tim Holtz Kitsch Flamingo Distress Oxide ink. And I have this beautiful heart stencil from Paige Evans, and I'm just going to add 3 little areas of stenciling. These areas of stenciling are just going to peep around the strips and the other elements we're going to put on the page, and it will just add a little bit of detail and something extra in the background. Honestly, I should have chosen a different color. I'm still not used to what Kitsch Flamingo looks like. I've only played with it a couple of times, but it's a little bit too bright pink for what I had initially decided to use it on. It's okay though, we just totally make it work. And in the end, you can't even tell, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead now. I am using Tracy Reed's newest printable release. It is called the Love List. It's fabulous. I'm gonna pick 5 different patterns of paper, and I'm going to cut 1-inch strips from those 5 different patterns. I had a lot of people ask me yesterday or the other day about my printer and how I do printables. I thought about doing a separate video, but honestly, what I do is like the easiest thing on the planet. I'm not into lots of different, I don't like things that are complicated, right? So I use Epson Presentation Paper Matte, the 47-pound weight. I will leave a link to it on Amazon down below. It's like $6.99 for 50 sheets. And then the printer that I print on is just a Canon Pixma. It's an MG series. I got it on clearance for $25. It is the most amazing printer ever. I would say any Canon Pixma with the MG series line would be a good one. I've actually got my eye on a new one, which of course is more expensive, but I'm just kind of watching it because I am seriously considering grabbing a wide format printer that will print a 12 by 12 sheet of paper for me. I'm still thinking on that, but this is the same. The Canon Pixma MG printer is also the printer that I use to print all of my photos on, and I print my photos with Canon Pro Premium paper, and it's really thick and I really like it. So I'm just going to take all these strips now. I'm going to rough them up, and I'm going to ink them using Hickory Smoke Distress Oxide ink. Now I'm going to grab my photo, and I'm going to go ahead and start laying out where I want things to be. I know I want to kind of back my photo, but it is a 4x4 photo, so we're going to have to back it kind of wonky to make these 4x6 printable cards kind of work to make some messy layers. So just quickly, if you want more information, like I said, when it comes to printables, or anything really. I don't like things that are complicated, so I only use Tracy Reed's printables, because when you buy her printables, you get those printables as a print-ready PDF. So there's no resizing involved. There's no pulling it into Photoshop. There's no nothing. You literally open her file and hit print. Like, it is that simple. I can do it from my phone. So that's my printing information. I use Epson Presentation matte paper. I use Canon Pro Platinum printer paper. My printer itself is nothing special. It's a Canon Pixma MG series. If I ever get another printer, I will buy another Canon Pixma MG series. And I only buy Tracy Reed's printables because, again, too complicated. So I took these Traveler's Notebook papers, the printable Traveler's Notebook papers, cut them into 1-inch strips, inked them up, scuffed up the edges a bit. Now I'm just going to put them down on my paper exactly the way that they are kind of in the sketch. So I'm just going to stagger them a little bit and get them onto the page, alternating enough so that there aren't like the same patterns beside each other, but not really watching super closely. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of get my photo down, and then I want to get these rings down. So the sketch calls for one kind of large ring. I'm doing 2 kind of interlocking rings. So I did change that up a little bit. Also, the stenciling on the background, the sketch calls for stenciling that is more of a, like a splatter, but I used this stencil. I am popping my picture up with Big Mama foam tape from Spiegel Mom Scraps. That is also where you can find that fab foil, and I will leave links below to the Spiegel Mom Scraps shop, because we're actually going to use some sequins from her shop as well. I will also leave Tracy Reed's website down below as well for all of you. So there'll be lots of links, and then a huge list of more videos from tons of YouTubers using this exact same sketch as well. Next up, I'm going to go through all of my little die cuts, and I'm going to tuck some die cuts in and around in these 2 kind of clustered areas. I went for a lot of the flowers in this collection, super cute flowers, and then I'm going to use one of the little sayings as my title, which is going to be "Makes Me Happy," because this is a photo of our 2 dogs, our pit bull, my pit bull. I call him mine. Technically, he's my son's, but trust me, he's really mine. And my Doxy, who is 100% mine. And they like to curl up on the chaise with me when I read, or when I'm in my cozy kind of nook in our downstairs room. And Andre, his favorite thing to do is to sit on my lap. 70-pound dog on my lap. Yep, that's always a good time. Okay, so once I have these elements kind of put together where I want them, I'm just going to kind of pull them out and stick them down. I am going to just use my Distress Oxide Ink and Hickory Smoke to go ahead and date my photo. This is a really recent photo, so it's just from February or last month. I have been hopping. If you've been around my channel, you'll know I've been hopping around when it comes to photos lately. I've been doing photos from 1910 and 1920, 2018 and 2019, and I've been hopping around a lot. That's okay. So this is a really recent photo. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that date stamp. I know it's hard to see in the video, but in real life, it's totally legible. And then I decided I want to add a little something extra to the corner there. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and put everything away. And we're just going to grab some sequins. And we're going to sprinkle some sequins. So I am using one of the new February releases. This is the Tea Rose Garden collection. And it matches this Love List collection from Tracy Reed perfectly. And I'm just going to kind of sprinkle them around for a little bit more kind of sparkle and shine and detail. I really, really love how this layout turned out. It made me happy. This collection makes me happy. It's got so many fab colors in it. It's super cute. I can't wait to go ahead and kind of work with it more. Added bonus, if I run out of paper or flowers, I can just print more. All right, everyone, here are your close-ups. And just as a quick reminder, for the entire month of March, Laura Sketches Reimagined videos will be up a little bit earlier, and we have lots and lots of people playing along with us. I will talk to you all again very, very soon. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Bye.